Pull up. Hey, this is the pull up show. We still got the key in the dough.
Welcome to another Tony and Tony
All Things
Podcast.
Podcast. This is the pull up edition. Pull up.
Pull up
Come on, Giants. All right. On this episode, we are going over the Chargers versus the Giants. We had the Giants winning 21-18 for their first win. And I know you're ready for this one, aren't you?
Oh, no.
All right, the big question to open up the show. Is Jaxson Dart the spark this Giants offense has been waiting for? And can he hold up as the full-time quarterback? See, that's an easy one.
No. It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's easy.
No. I will say this and this alone. When you have a rookie quarterback that you selected high on your team and your starting quarterback, Russell Wilson, and he's not playing well, Jaxson Dart is just like, man, it is what it is. Like, we need something. So you're going to hope and pray. I mean, I even heard some Giants fans like, man, even if he doesn't do good, this is his first real start of the year. So, I mean, it's not really bad. Like, it's his first year. He's a rookie. And if he wins, oh, yeah, this is good. We needed something like that. Jaxson Dart is in a position where it didn't matter if he lost or won. At the end of the day, the Giants were just looking for something to cheer about.
Yeah. Okay. I can go with that. I think this was a spark for the offense.
Oh, no.
This was a spark. Everybody was excited. I mean, when Jaxson Dart got that touchdown, he did his little dance. I mean, everybody was just like up in an uproar. This is what Giants has been waiting for. And I don't know. I guess holding up as a full-time quarterback, I think that's the part that, like you said, it was great. He came in, he started. But then you start thinking, if he does get hurt, are we going back to Russell? Does that mean like we had this big high with this win that we got, and if something happens, now it's like doom and gloom?
Yeah.
But I think for now, I think this was a spark that the Giants needed. I think they needed this win. I mean, you beat a 3-0 team.
Yeah.
But also, I want to know, was this basically a one-off, or is this basically a turning point for the team? Like, do you think it's a turning point?
Yeah, I will say this. As much as I want to be excited, don't get me wrong, like I'm perfectly excited that we won.
Right.
But I also understand, like, from another standpoint, I love us winning. I love Jaxson Dart having a winnable game where he goes down and the defense played a huge part in us winning. The Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Drew Phillips playing an immense part into why we won. But then I also look at the reality of the game that we played, where Dexter Lawrence gets us down to like the 3 or 4 yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually lost yards on that play and had to kick a field goal. Then we get back in the same situation and we do a shovel pass to Theo Johnson, which gets us into the end zone. But then I look back at the game and I'm like, man, I like that Jaxson Dart's mobile and he's moving, but how much can we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much more can we do that going against better teams? Like, let's say we play against the Eagles, who their defense has been thriving. That first week, I thought they were going to be terrible after seeing Jalen Carter out the game. I was like, man, they might not do good this year.
Right.
Now they're thriving. Are we going to be able to run around with them when they have QB contain on Jaxson Dart? And I always wonder, like, man, Jaxson Dart's going to be a good quarterback going through, but it also bothers me because I'm like, okay, we get him out there, the hype's there, but most of that hype was off of his legs.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, man, I appreciate that, but what about the problem with Malik Neighbors, out for the season, your go-to wide receiver.
Yeah.
Now we're back down to the same problem we had with Daniel Jones. He doesn't have any weapons. So now we're like, man, what are we going to do? And especially for a young quarterback who needs that weapon of all times, especially now.
Exactly.
I mean, just looking at the game, like Malik Neighbors, before he got hurt, had two receptions for 20 yards. Then Darius Slayton had 3 receptions for 44 yards. Already, when we go down to 20, we're already down to now Jaxson Dart only has 90 yards. We go over to Darius Slayton, and it's like, okay, man, that made up Lily half. Those two right there made up half of all the yards. You're not seeing much more from Jaxson Dart unless it's going to a dump off to Cam Scatterboot or the shovel pass to Theo Johnson. I mean, it's one of those things where you really just hope that going forward, this can be our turning point and we can pivot in a direction of, okay, that was a good game, but what are his strengths so we can do well with him?
Yeah, I mean, I think you bring up a good point. I think as a rookie quarterback coming in, starting, you hate to have him just running around there. It sort of gave me like those Tim Tebow sort of vibes.
Yeah.
Like he's playing like this bully ball. If he doesn't see a wide receiver open, then he's running. And it's like, you don't want that. I think if I'm correct, I think they have 10 carries for 54 yards. I mean, you don't want your rookie quarterback running like that. Mm-hmm. And especially, like you said, going up against Philadelphia and some of those bigger teams, I mean, he can end up getting hurt. All that running around back there. So I think that was one thing that I did see. And I think along with that, I think your offense has to get more people open. Or maybe, some slants. We always talk about the slant route, when it comes to college. We need something like that in order to hold the defense honest. Because right now, I mean, they can just pin back their ears and just come right at him. And I think that's the other thing. Of course, like I said, he's a rookie. He has to work on far as his mobility in that pocket. I mean, some of the sacks, I mean, he's just running around, just like, okay, where do I go? And I think with time, he will get better with that, sort of how to slide out of that pocket. But, yeah, that was sort of what I saw, was just like that little Tebow sort of bully ball that I saw with them. But, again, I thought he played a great game. It was exactly what the Giants needed. And I want to ask you more about your Giants defense. Is there anything that you've noticed these past couple weeks that you see that maybe like the coordinator's trying to put into the system, or is it just the players are just playing a lot better because of the talent that they're going against?
I believe it has a lot to do with a lot of trust in. Right here, what I'm saying is with Drew Phillips. Drew Phillips is getting a lot of one-on-ones, trying to put trust back into Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, letting them be the athletes that they're supposed to be. You got Abdul Carter, which makes it hard with Kayvon Thibodeau also out there. So you're really putting a lot of trust to hope that you get pressure on this team. I mean, we had only 2 sacks, but we had a lot of pressure. We got in a lot of pressure. We had Justin Herbert throwing the ball away for intentional grounding. We got in there and we caused a lot of troubles. Dexter Lawrence batting the ball. And also trying to put a little bit more trust back into our high draft pick in Deonte Banks. Have him back out there doing what he's supposed to do. And it really comes down to really telling this team, like, man, we're scheming up the right things. We just need you to make the plays that we know you can make. And for other teams, it's different. You have the athletes out there, and they can't scheme the thing together. Like with the Bears, you had number 31. He was out there ball hawking. But you guys are missing some of the athletes that you guys truly need on that defense.
That's true.
We have the athletes on this defense. We have the schemes. Right now, it's like Brian Burns, I believe he has 4 or 5 sacks on the year. Dexter Lawrence having his first career interception. Also, you got this defense playing better and better every week. Right now, I feel the defensive coordinator is like, we're scheming the best schemes we can get. The Chargers were a team that when people first saw it on the schedule at the beginning of the year, people counted it as a loss, an automatic loss. So us getting that win, it's somewhere where the defensive coordinator can take a breath, breathe, and know this is the team that you put together, and that's the team that you were trying to get here all along.
Right. Well, that's good to hear about as far as your defense, but what about that O-line? That O-line is still suffering. I mean, like you said, after you guys get the interception, you guys can't punch it in, but you get the field goal, so you go up 10-0. But what's up with that O-line? Like, is there any talks or have you heard anything about moving personnel like the Bears did? You know, they moved like their left tackle, got somebody else in there. What's going on with that?
I believe it was last week that they benched that rookie, the left tackle that we had. They benched him after committing a lot of penalties of a false starts or holdings. And right now, our O-line, we're still trying to get back adjusted. We're still trying to get the pieces that we've had to move and do things well and to move forward on a different note. And really, I mean, the O-line has Russell Wilson and Jaxson Dart to kind of go back and forth to where Russell Wilson, if someone's not open, he's just throwing the check down. Jaxson Dart's looking like, I don't want to throw that check down.
Right.
So you got two different type of sets of quarterbacks back there that you really gotta pin your head back and understand. Like you said, Jaxson Dart is like, if he doesn't see someone, he's starting to look around like, oh, I need to. How do I get out of this?
Right.
But then he has the other times where it's like he plays it smart and he just he does that sidearm throw it down to Cam Scottaboo just to get the ball out so he can get a just ground the ball so there's no incompletion or not incompletion or interception.
That's
so
true.
You got two different types of quarterbacks that you've been in. Jaxson Dart hasn't really worked with the ones all off season, if at all.
Yeah, this probably was his first week of working with the ones.
So it's the offensive line's like, man, this ball's usually gone by now.
Right.
But then again, it's like the offensive line just got to keep continuing to get better. I mean, we gave Cam Scottaboo the ball 25 times. He got 79 yards, which is an insane number of times to get the ball. I had to say 25 times in the NFL is a lot of times.
Yeah, he's very reliable.
He is very reliable.
Yeah.
But then again, it's how sustainable can that be for that young player?
That's true.
Especially going forward, if this is going to be the formula, it's like, man, just hit Cam as hard as you can. Even though he's going to hit hard, he's going to hit hard. But it's like this. I don't want to get in that position where they're stacking the box like it's Derrick Henry or something.
Right. And going back to Neighbors, I mean, so now you have Neighbors out. Who's stepping up to that to be your number one receiver?
It's going to have to be Darius Slayton. As much as I don't believe that as a Giants fan, I want to say that, but it has to be. Darius Slayton's got to be our number one wide receiver. We're going to have to put more trust in Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot. And Jalen Hyatt's going to have to step up off the bench and really start making plays. Now, Jalen Hyatt, I haven't seen much separation from almost any routes so far that he's done, unless it's down the field. Wan'Dale Robinson gets the ball. He's kind of like I was like a Wes Welker, a Zay Flowers type of player for us. And Darius Slayton's just going to have to play big. He's going to have to play big ball. He's going to have to be the person that we look forward to, because Malik Neighbors was getting double teamed. He was the one that was always circled on the board. Like when you go into the games, the coach is like, we're going to game plan around this player. Malik Neighbors was that guy for us. And it's sad that, he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
And this just reminds me when the Chargers played against Giants with OBJ and he tore his ACL.
Oh, man.
So it just made me think of, man, history repeats itself. And I just felt this type of feeling where it's like the Giants won, but at what cost?
Right. And before we recorded this, you were talking about them possibly changing the field to grass for like
Oh,
a
yeah.
soccer event or something like that.
Yeah, I believe I think it was the Soccer World Cup. I could be mistaken or misspoken, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be having a big soccer event at the Giants field, and they got to change it to grass for that occasion. So I'm just praying and hoping that once they get that grass field in, that they keep it. We go back to grass, and I believe our old center, I think it's Pug or Poe, he said that he never really had problems on the turf, that nothing really happened to him.
Hmm.
But it just hopefully
Yeah.
that change can help us out.
Yeah, because you said what 2 people so far have suffered ACL injuries on that field. For
Yeah,
the,
and Saquon got hurt on it.
yeah. Ugh. So let me ask you this then. So I know it's a great win for the Giants, but do you believe that maybe this was just a game that Herbert just lost? Or was it one that the Giants actually took from him?
I think the Giants took this one from him. I feel like they played the game as best as they possibly could against this dominant Chargers team. Quentin Johnson was still getting open.
That's true.
Keenan Allen was still making big-time catches. And that rookie running back, I misplaced his name. I had it here earlier. Yeah, Amarion Hampton ran for 128 yards on us. So I really do believe that we just took the game from him. We had a good clock management on for the Giants. Even though we were running the ball, we were still going back and forth, making sure that we were keeping the ball out of his hands. And, I mean, the time of possession for us, we had the ball for 35 minutes, and the Chargers only had it for 24.
Wow.
And on third down, we were 7 of 15. So we were literally over 50% on third down. So we held the ball from Justin Herbert. And when we got a chance to take the ball from him, we did that. And we did the best we could just to maintain and sustain a lead that we could have. And we just made sure to play the best defense that we played all year so far.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, you guys got, 2 interceptions off of him. So, yeah, I think it was a game that the Giants just took. I think you guys wanted it more. Again, as we open up with that first question, I mean, it was just the excitement. Jaxson Dart starting. I think he brung a different sort of buzz in the air, especially for the offense. You guys were up 10-0 starting off. I think it was a great win. And I think, like you said, it's kind of bittersweet. Like you were saying earlier, you guys get the win, but then you lose your top receiver.
We lose our best player.
Right. Not only top receiver, but best player.
Best player.
So where do you go from here? I guess that's the next thing. Where do you go from here?
Like my junior league coach always said, suit back up because we got a game next week. Get out to practice. We got a game next week.
Right. Well, I don't know. I guess to wrap this one up for us, the Giants, a great win. Giants knocked off the undefeated Chargers team, but the story is basically Dart's energy, his grit, versus the looming injury of Neighbors. So I guess that's something that we're going to be looking at and just seeing how does this team progress after this.
Yeah.
Do they take this win and move forward and try to stack up some more? Does the offensive line improve? Do they start making more changes like you were talking about with that offensive line? Maybe they run some more offensive schemes in order to get that rushing game going, especially in those short yardage. So there's a lot of questions that are out there.
Yeah, like my friend always says, in Darth Vader we trust.
Well, we'll see. Who you guys got coming up next?
We got
for
the
the
Saints.
Giants? Got the
We
Saints.
got the Saints.
All right. Now, that should be a winnable game right there.
Whoa. Yeah, it's an NFL team. It's any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. That's what the Chargers were saying. This is an easy win. Man.
Right,
Any
right.
given Sunday.
But, I mean, if you guys end up winning this one, I mean, that's a good start. Especially
Just start to turn
turnaround.
around.
Right, right. I mean, Jaxson Dart could be 2-0 on his part.
Yeah, everybody's saying now that Jaxson Dart's in, we're 1-0. I'm like, okay.
Just forget about Russ just like that. I don't know if you know, but there was one thing before we close out this. I saw they brung in Russell for a couple plays, or actually for a series. Was it that Jaxson Dart was hurt or something, or getting a breather?
I think they were trying to check to see if he was concussed, but I'm not exactly sure. I just remember him coming out, and I just remember him like grabbing his helmet or something, and they brought Russell in, and then once he got sacked, I just heard all the boos, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I saw that sack, and then next you know, Russell throws like a little drop-off pass. I was like, oh.
Yeah, the fans are booing and everything. I was like,
Bye, Russ.
I mean, that's the Russ effect. Everywhere he goes, he just starts getting booed.
Yeah, that's bad. But hey, Dart's in.
Darth Vader, I suppose.
And a Giants win. Well, there you get it. I mean, Giants win, Bears win.
Doesn't get much better than that.
That's true. So with that, that's the end of our show with this one. So pull up with Tony and Tony, all things.
Pull up! W's. W's.
All right, Giants 1-3, Bears 2-2.
Chargers 3-1.
Pull up. Hey, this is the pull up show. We still got the key in the dough.